Hello, Moment friends! Andang here for another episode of the Epic Story. When we last left off, we actually finished the Wildermore Epic Story, but of course we still have plenty more Epic Story to go, and first, to really finish the Wildermore Epic Story, we still have one final interlude, so let's go ahead and do that at Glowine's map. Your eye is drawn west across the map, beyond the borders of Rohan, and comes to rest upon the cruel circle of Isengard. You thought it was going to be Dunland, but not this time. You wonder what has become of LOTRO within the prisons of Saruman. Alright, this is an awesome session play. Meanwhile in Dunland, LOTRO endures his captivity, drawing on the strength of his bloodline to retain his identity. Oh, it does say in Isengard. I misread that, actually. I was just expecting Dunland still. I'm surprised that it's not taking place in Dunland, but it definitely makes sense that it's not. So, anyway, let's see what happens next. Back into the pits. Back into the pits. The fire damage type is especially strong against creatures of nature and troll kind.
Meanwhile, in the dungeons below Isengard, LOTRO of the Dunedain resists the torments of his captors.
They are all eating in unison. Look at that. Definitely not under control of a wizard or something like that. Alright, let's turn off world chat again. Come on. There we go. You are mine today. Okay, can't do that voice for very long. Little Ranger. And this time you will do as I say, won't you? You remember what happened the last time you refused to do your chores, don't you? Spent some time in the dungeons learning the meaning of pain. You did. So this time will be different. Scoop some slop from the bucket and serve it to the boys. Alright. Here we go. My throat is still sore from that voice. Good gravy. Did you not hear me, maggot? Use this one or it will go badly for you. If you spill this one, I'll have your head. Ah! Now you die, worm. Blood of the Dunedain. The most ultimate skill ever used in the history of the world. Blood of the Dunedain heals your foes. And by foes, I mean yourself. Quite effectively, actually. Blood of the Dunedain. To me, boys. Whoever lands the killing blow gets a helping of Ranger for supper. Well, that sounds pleasant. Just literally fighting for my life here in the pits of Isengard. Alright. Just when you think you have finally gotten out of the pits of Isengard, they pull you back in. To the depths below. I'm pretty sure we still have to go one more time down here. But it'll be under different circumstances. I don't know. I don't know if the epic actually has you go down here or not. Alright, keep on healing, of course. That is what we must do. And that heal you can just spam almost. Try not to spam too much. I always thought it'd be cool if they hid stuff in like the bags when you're doing session play. I think that would just be amazing if they could do that. I don't know if the system even allows for that, but I'm guessing it would. You have inventory. Just hide little trinkets and, you know, add a little bit of detail that way. I think would be interesting. Or like, for example, allow there to be some type of stuff there. Are the orcs so worthless? He is unarmed. You outnumber him by the dozen. And still he humiliates you. He is mine, Bruja. You are not to touch him. Why should I listen to you, outsider? Because there are none deadlier than she. The ranger will die only at the hands of Gun Ain. Is that understood?
You do not truly know the difficulties we face.
The wizard wants to see you, Ranger. This could be your last day of life, and my last day without a name. What a fortunate day this is, if that be so. Your freedom from this life would be my release from my shame. Both of us would rejoice, would we not? Well, she seems friendly. Oh yeah, because if you're gonna fight, might as well fight at the top of Isengard.
The Tredurdain are traitors.
We are here. Will the wizard share his mind with his poor servant and his unworthy captive? Lothrandir. The Prince of Rohan is dead. The king is weak and cannot save his people. Why do you still resist? Your friend escaped, but there is no escape for you. Even now my forces move upon Rohan from the west and from the north. There is no hope for you, unless you swear loyalty to me. For my captive there is only death, but for my friend, you could still yet live. What say you? So be it. You will see things my way in time. Right, completed strength of will, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Where are we going? Why does it say Enid wife? I'm not feeling good about this. We have a loading screen. It is loading away, but why? Why do we have a loading screen? That is the real question that most people are asking right now. There we go, back to where we were. For some reason it ported us to a different spot. I just now noticed that. It ported us to a different spot, and then it ported us back. Weird. Alright, well, we definitely have plenty of time on this episode to keep on going, so let's do just that.
Our friends from Birtor have weathered the storm.
The worst is behind them, and with my help they will be well enough to travel. I have spoken with Horn about this, and he agrees that it is best if I bring them to the town in Wildermore, where they can start anew. What is the name of the settlement on the eastern shore of the lake? Forlaw? That city will find a place for them, if any will. Sad news this, but it's true. Nerzum's path of destruction has caused many houses throughout Wildermore to stand empty. My recovering friends will find a fresh start in Forlaw. Horn and I spoke of other matters as well, Staffdang. Speak to him and see if you share his mind.
I have decided what I must do.
Thank you for coming to listen, my friend. I have put some thought into what we encountered in Wildemore, and I must confess it troubles me. The folk here are on a road to recovery, as are the survivors Nona rescued from Brightor. But the forces of Saruman attacked this land with much greater strength than I expected they could muster. How much might could Saruman raise to strike at the heart of Rohan if he spared a creature such as Nerzum to deal with Wildemore? Imagine what evils he might unleash upon Edoras. I decided what I must do, Staftang. My king commanded me not to cross the Intwash, and I am honor bound to obey him. And yet I cannot remain silent. I must convince Theoden King to march against Saruman before the wizard's plans bear fruit. If it costs me my honor as a man of Rohan, So be it. I will defy the word of my king, if doing so will save even one innocent Rohirrim. I will accept whatever justice the king deems appropriate, but he must be told of what we witnessed here in Wildemore. He must be warned, even if it means my life. I have told Nona my decision, and she sees need of it. She will go to Forlaw with the survivors of Brightor, and we will meet again once it is through. Speak now to Cordain and Glywine, and see what they think of my plan. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Haha, it's a hobbit. A burglar. Better check my pockets.
Horn plans to defy the word of his king.
That cannot have been an easy decision for him to make, but I understand what has driven our friend to make it. Horn may be imprisoned, or worse, but if his tidings can break the king's revere, it might be the only action that can save the people of Rohan from their enemies. The survivors of Brightor are now well enough to travel. Nona and I will bring them to the city of Forlaw, while Horn brings his message to the king, and we'll rejoin him when we can. I think it would be unwise to enter the court of Theoden in the company of a Dunlending girl, even one proven so true as Nona. And it is not she alone who would raise the hackles and heckles of the Rohirrim. An elf of Lorien would be as unwelcome. Am I mistaken?
The king must hear what happened in Wildemore.
Glywine listens to your account of Horn's decision to defy the word of Theoden King, and smiles. Horn can count on me. I will return to Edoras in defense of Theoden King, whom I serve without question in all things save thus, for I believe it is right. I am not afraid of death. If the king orders it, I will be the first to praise his justice and sing a song as he kills me and beheads my head off my body. The king must hear of what has happened in Wildemore, my home. I am certain he will listen when he hears what Horn has to say. And if not, then, dang it, I don't know what we'll do. All right, well, it is now time to talk to Horn in Nona's cave once more.
One path remains a mystery to me.
I know now what the rest of us will do, but one path remains a mystery to me. On what path will you walk, Staftang? Will you come with me to Edoras? I do not ask you to defy Theoden King, my friend. I will understand if our paths must now separate. I would not blame you. That is, most like, the way of wisdom. It is with my heart I make this choice for myself, but I would not presume to make it for you, by head or by heart. That instead will be reserved for the quest designers, who will make this decision for you completely. You have no choice in the matter, regardless of what you say. His voice is more casual, but you can tell from his eyes that worry lurks just beneath the surface, as if he doesn't have free will. With a comforting smile, you tell him that you will accompany him to Edoras, for the good of Rohan's people, though it be against his command, and the command of their king. Horn's relief is tangible and sudden. Staftang, you are a great fool, as I am. I am overjoyed to say it. 3 men and an elf, all returning to Edoras against the command of a king, and in the company of a Dunlending girl, no less. would be too great an insult. We defy the king, but still seek to be polite. Is it madness, Staffdang? The two of us and Glirwine should now travel to Hunbald at the Interwade Crossing, and tell him we will not be turned away. Alright, well, thank you everyone so much for watching another episode of The Epic Story. When we return, we will make our way on to, of course, the rest of the Epic Story. But till then, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.